book is titled Never Would Have Made It, How Overcoming Grief and Loss Saved My Life. It is by J.M. Sims. It's $2.99. The book overview says, Jasmine, a woman who is introduced to various men who have rooted in her at a young, impressionable age not to trust men of any caliber. It all begins as 12-year-old Jasmine is shell-shocked out of her innocent childhood by a diabolical act that has wickedly tossed her into another unforgiving, eye-opening event by the delicate age of 16. This book does involve SA, so if that is something that is hard for you to read, you may want to proceed with caution while reading the book, because I wouldn't say it's necessarily graphic, but it is involved in it. So it also says, as Jasmine embarks on her life journey, her eyes are pried open as she learns this society has been bred to be unkind and volatile towards innocent women in daunting and unacceptable ways. Now, this book is based on a true story, so you have to take that into consideration. This is not just something that someone made up. This is very realistic. This is something that does unfortunately still occur in today's society. The book does take you through the process of seeing how Jasmine makes it out of her situation when it comes to abusive relationships, when it comes to grief and mourning. It talks about loss as a parent. This book touches on so many different topics when it comes to different things. I don't remember exactly which month is Domestic Awareness Month. I want to say it is the month of October. I think that's the month that it is for. People are so, I don't even know how to word it. I think people are so unpredictable at times. You would never anticipate that your partner would put you through some of the things that this character, this person in this book has gone through. I think that therapy is extremely important, and I love the way that the author did highlight how that helped her to move on and how it helped her to find purpose in her life, how she had to learn how to forgive herself after certain things. And I think that's something that's not talked about enough, is the process of not only after you get out of a domestically abusive relationship, but also how do you forgive yourself for being in that relationship in the first place? How do you forgive yourself for some of the situation that you might have put yourself or your children in? It's a walk, okay? It's not an easy thing. It's not something that people talk about very much unless you were thrown into that situation. There's just certain things in this book that you would not understand unless you experience them personally. This book is definitely something that I would recommend to anyone who either has a family member that's experienced domestic violence or a loss of a child. It's a book that you don't want to rush through. I want to say it was under 70 pages. There is not a single aspect of the story that I will not forget. This is one of those books where I will truly remember it forever. I feel like the only story that was similar to that was maybe the story of Precious, the movie that had came out. I feel like this is one of those books where the author, I feel like they have a bestseller on their hands. I feel like this is a book of, once more people do see it and read it, I see it taking off very quickly, because it's amazing the detail that this author has. I know sometimes I cannot remember the details of the past to save my life. The recounting of certain situations is amazing. The book is available on several different platforms. I believe I saw it on Amazon, on Kobo, Apple. Ooh, did I see it on Barnes & Noble? I want to say that I did see it on Barnes & Noble, but I may be wrong. I know it's on at least 7 different platforms. You will not have a hard time finding this book at all. It was my first time reading a book by this author, so I didn't know what to anticipate. I am definitely a fan going forward, because it's just one of those stories you don't forget. It's just a situation that is extremely heartbreaking. There is light at the end of the tunnel. It's a book that you're not going to forget. I know I keep saying it, but from the first 3 pages, I was like, oh, okay, so this is one of those books where it wasn't a book where I felt like, okay, I can just passively clean the house and this and that. I'm like, no. Once I started reading the book, I was like, all right, so I'm going to give this all of my attention right here. I believe it is available in paperback as well. Check this book out. If you are someone that has survived domestic violence, can you drop in the comments below what one or two things really helped you to be able to move forward? What are one or two things that you feel like you experienced that other people just may not understand or resonate with unless they get it? I know that at one point I was watching a video on Facebook a few days ago and someone was talking about like when they lock the door, now they double check that the door is locked and almost triple check that the door is locked because there's just that fear of someone coming in and trying to do something to you. Life is insane, but I really, really did enjoy this book. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have not already followed me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, you're definitely missing out. Now, you don't got to follow me on all of those platforms. If you do, cool, but you don't have to. Bye.
Are you tired of feeling overwhelmed with marketing your book? Imagine having a team of experts dedicated to promoting your work while you focus on what you love, writing. Our book promoting services are designed to alleviate the stress of marketing and allow you to reach a wider audience. With our tailored strategies and proven results, we can help you to boost your book sales and visibility in the book community and crowded market. Let us take care of the promotional efforts while you concentrate on what you do best, crafting your next bestseller. Alleviate and elevate your author brand and stand out in the competitive world of publishing with our services that are specialized in marketing solutions. Partner with us and watch your book soar to new heights.